Hey, what's up? It's Easy Recapped. In the beginning of the movie, we are shown a group of scientists of Life Foundation, who are searching for life in the universe. Those scientists have sent their spaceship in space. They come to know that there is a meteorite in the space on which life is available. Now their spaceship, which is in the space, is bringing 4 samples from that meteorite to the Earth. Actually, these samples are of creatures from another world, which are called symbiotes in this movie. Before their spaceship could completely land on the Earth, one symbiote gets free, and due to this, their spaceship crashes in Malaysia. A police team reaches the place where the spaceship has crashed to investigate it. A symbiote which gets free enters the body of a man. These symbiotes have a quality that they can enter the body of any human being to survive. They need the body of some living being to survive on Earth. The condition of the man, in whom the symbiote has entered, becomes very bad, so he is taken to the hospital in an ambulance. There is also a girl in the ambulance. Then we are shown that the ambulance meets with an accident, and it completely overturns, and then the same girl comes out of that ambulance, but now she is possessed by that symbiote. The name of this symbiote is Riot. Actually, the symbiote has left the body of the person inside whom it had entered, and has taken over the body of this girl. Now we see that symbiote going towards the Life Foundation. Now we see the hero of this movie, and a great TV reporter, Eddie Brock, who is sleeping in his house. He lives with his girlfriend, whose name is Annie. Annie is a lawyer by profession. Now the scene shifts where we see that Eddie's boss has called Eddie, where Eddie's boss tells him that he has to interview the CEO of Life Foundation, whose name is Carlton Drake, who is very powerful and rich, so you will not ask him any wrong questions. Now Eddie returns to his home, and then he sees Annie's computer on which a confidential mail appears, which says that the Life Foundation is using the symbiotes, brought from space on humans, due to which many innocent people have lost their lives. We have to stop this. Now Eddie comes to know about this. Now he leaves to interview the CEO of Life Foundation. Instead of asking questions related to space, Eddie starts asking those questions which his boss had forbidden him to ask. Eddie tells the CEO that you recruit people illegally and then no one ever knows what happens to those people. You are killing innocent people. Hearing this, the CEO of Life Foundation gets angry and concludes the interview. Now when Eddie goes to his boss scolds him a lot, and tells him that you asked the same questions to the CEO which I had forbidden you to ask, and Eddie's boss gets angry and fires him from the job. Along with this, Eddie's girlfriend is also fired from her job. Annie gets very angry at this, and breaks up with Eddie. Now we are shown the CEO of Life Foundation, where the CEO is putting the dangerous symbiote inside a rabbit. That symbiote stays inside that poor rabbit for some time, but after a while that symbiote kills the rabbit, but the owner of the Life Foundation does not want to accept defeat at any cost, so he does another experiment. Now he puts a man in a glass chamber, and hands him over to the symbiote. The symbiote enters the body of that person. It stays inside that person for some time, but that person's body is not that strong, so that symbiote kills that person as well. At the same time, a female scientist named Dora does not like this, and she immediately understands that her CEO named Carlton Drake has bad intentions, because in this process innocent people are dying, so she goes to Eddie and tells him the whole truth about Life Foundation. She tells Eddie that the CEO of Life Foundation is killing innocent people in the name of experiments. She further says that our CEO knows that this world will end soon, because humans have exhausted almost all the resources of this planet, so he wants to leave this planet and go to another planet, and he knows that there is a planet where there is life, where many different types of creatures live. We brought 4 dangerous symbiotes from there, but one symbiote got free in the beginning. Now our CEO is experimenting with the remaining 3 symbiotes, and because of those experiments many innocent people are dying. I want you to expose him in front of the whole world. Eddie agrees to her words, and reaches the lab of Life Foundation, where all these experiments were being done. Eddie is shocked to see the scene there, and then he sees one of his friends held captive, on whom an experiment has already been done. He somehow breaks that glass chamber, and then Eddie's friend attacks him, because at that time there is a symbiote inside her. During the fight, the symbiote which is inside Eddie's friend enters Eddie's body. Now hearing the noise, many guards come here and they start chasing Eddie, but now Eddie has the power of that symbiote inside him, due to which Eddie has become very agile, so he easily escapes from all those guards and reaches his home. On reaching home, strange incidents start happening with Eddie. He feels very hungry and thirsty, so he eats all the food available at home at that time, but he is unable to digest this food and he vomits. After a while, when Eddie looks at his face in the mirror, he sees someone else's face instead of his own, seeing which he gets completely scared. Now Eddie calls his girlfriend Annie, who is dating a new boy at that time. Now Eddie starts telling everything to Annie, but then he starts snatching food from all the people sitting in that restaurant and eating it. He feels very hot, due to which he goes into a fish tank kept there. Eddie's girlfriend immediately understands that Eddie is not well, so she immediately takes him for treatment. Now Eddie comes to his home, but then some goons of Life Foundation come because they come to know that Eddie Brock has one of their symbiotes, so they come to take back their symbiote from Eddie. The goons set out to catch Eddie, but they don't know that Eddie is no longer the weak Eddie he used to be. Now he also has symbiotic powers, and the symbiote inside him is named Venom, so he dodges all those goons and runs away from there on his bike. We see the CEO of Life Foundation, who is watching all this with the help of drones, and he is very happy to see all this because Eddie's body has been completely accepted by that Venom symbiote. At the same time, when the goons of Life Foundation were chasing Eddie, Eddie meets with an accident in which the bones of his hands and legs are broken. After a little while we see that the Venom symbiote has cured all Eddie's injuries and broken bones. Now for the first time, we see Venom in this movie, who has now completely taken over Eddie's body. He kills the goons of Life Foundation and jumps into a nearby river. Now we see Venom coming in front of Eddie for the first time. Venom tells Eddie that humans think they have found us. They have not found us, but we have found them. Eddie asks Venom if he has come here to eat humans, then Venom tells him that this is why we are here. You support me, in return you can use my power. I have to get the locket that is around the neck of the CEO of Life Foundation. Now the CEO of the Life Foundation is shown in his lab, where a symbiote is killed. Then a little girl comes there, who is already in the possession of a symbiote named Riot. That symbiote now goes inside the CEO from that girl. On the other side, we are shown Eddie, who now has a lot of evidence against the CEO of Life Foundation, so he goes to the office of that newspaper, where he used to work once. He is about to leave after placing all the evidence on the table, when a police team surrounds him from all sides. Before the police could catch him, the Venom inside Eddie comes out, and he beats up the police very badly one by one. Now, when he was about to eat a policeman, then Eddie's girlfriend Annie comes there, who gets very scared after seeing all this. Now Venom comes in the form of Eddie again. Eddie tells Annie that you should not have come here, but Annie says that you need treatment, so come with me right now. Eddie accepts her words and goes to the hospital, where his MRI test is done once again. Due to the MRI machine, the Venom which is inside Eddie comes out of his body. Now the doctor tells Eddie that the Venom symbiote which is inside him is killing him slowly. Now Eddie is very happy to see Venom out of his body, because he did not want Venom to stay inside him. Then some goons of the CEO of Life Foundation once again catch Eddie and take him with them. Now the CEO is in front of Eddie, and he asks him to return his symbiote, but Eddie says that you are too late because that symbiote has left his body. Hearing this, the CEO gets very angry and he also turns into a big symbiote. Actually the symbiote that is inside the CEO is named Riot, which came inside the CEO from that girl. Now in this way there is a symbiote inside the CEO as well. Now, when the CEO comes to know that there is no symbiote inside Eddie, he asks his goons to kill Eddie. So they take Eddie to a forest to kill him. Before they could kill Eddie, Eddie's girlfriend arrives there, who now has Venom inside her. After this, Venom kills everyone, and after this, Venom again comes inside Eddie. Now both Eddie and Venom know that the symbiote inside the CEO, whose name is Riot, has a deal between him and the CEO, under which the CEO will go to Riot's planet and bring more symbiotes to Earth, but if those symbiotic creatures once come to Earth, then life will be completely destroyed from Earth, so Venom and Eddie decide that they will stop the CEO in any way. Actually, Venom starts loving the Earth, so he does not want to leave from here. Venom is a loser on his planet, but he is living the life of a king on Earth. While now, we see the CEO, who gives the order to launch his spaceship, but a scientist sitting there suspects him, so that scientist tries to stop the spaceship before it is launched, but before that the CEO attacks him and kills him, and now he has completely taken the form of Riot. Riot kills all the scientists sitting there, and after that he runs towards the side, where the spaceship is, but now Venom comes in front of him. Now a fierce battle takes place between Venom and Riot. Then in the meantime Eddie's girlfriend reaches there. Riot completely overpowers Venom, then Annie turns on the alarm kept there on high frequency, due to which the symbiotes of both the CEO and Eddie get separated. In fact, Eddie had already told Annie that these symbiotic creatures are harmed by high-frequency sounds and fire. Now, we see that the CEO's symbiote enters his body again, and after this he goes to Eddie and kills him. After this Riot goes to the spaceship. Before Eddie dies completely, Venom enters Eddie's body again. Now the spaceship is shown which is launched. Before it could be fully launched, Venom climbs on that spaceship and completely rips its fuel tank, which causes a huge blast. In this blast, the CEO and the symbiote that is inside the CEO, whose name is Riot, both are badly killed. When Eddie is falling down, due to the fire, Venom also gets separated from Eddie's body, and Eddie falls into the water. After this, it is shown that Eddie once again becomes a journalist. His girlfriend comes to meet him. She tells Eddie that she loves him but she can't leave her new boyfriend. Now, Eddie says that, "We will get you back." Hearing this, Annie gets very surprised. She suspects that Venom is still present inside Eddie. Hearing this, Eddie tells Annie that Venom has left his body, and saying this, Eddie leaves from there. On the way, Eddie talks to Venom. He tells Venom that you will not eat good people, you can eat only those people who are bad, criminals, and harass others. In this way an agreement is made between Venom and Eddie. Now Eddie goes to a local store, where a goon comes to collect money from the lady shop owner. Venom goes to him and eats his head. In the post-credit scene, we are shown that Eddie goes to a jail where he interviews a dangerous criminal. His name is Cletus. He asks Eddie if he would like to keep working on the same old stories, or he would like to hear a new story that has a bloody monster named Carnage in it. And with this scene, the movie comes to an end.